How you doing, guys? Welcome back. Last video of the evening. Hopefully I've saved the best till last. Is the Moss Carbon Credit MCO2 token. Now, this thing's had a very interesting couple of days and is currently my favorite token. And I kind of wish I'd covered it at the beginning of the evening, a couple of hours ago, but we are where we are. So I'm just going to zoom out to the hourly. And I think this was the last chart that I'd used for the previous video. Now, squiggle everywhere. I think from the beginning of the last video we were about here, and we were just beginning another move. And I was like, great. Looking at the previous moves that we've had and the levels of momentum, I did expect us to break above the 2177 area and continue on to make some new all-time highs. Sadly, what played out was we made the all-time high, but yeah, we were held back. We did have a swing, and at that point I was like, yeah, this is it, we're going to be away and gone. No all-time high is gonna stop us, and it did quite abruptly. And essentially the pattern of tail off is exactly what occurred, but it just happened at, I'm going to say about an $8 lower level than I expected. So my bad. If anyone was in and had set their stop loss targets circa $24 to $25, I apologize. Again, this is not financial advice. I can't predict when tokens are going to stop. I can only give the best guesstimation on the information I have to hand, and yeah, so essentially we didn't get a second attempt, and I suppose looking back on the previous moves, we made a high, we can call it an all-time high. We made a high, and then on our second attempt it was just a touch lower. Same here, made a high, touch lower, made a high, and then the second attempt was a touch lower. So yeah, so we've tailed off quite dramatically. I didn't see us, although I'd kind of drawn out that this was the kind of zone that we would get back to. We did actually move all the way back to 13.30, which from $21 is a big old move. That's like a 30% plus drop. Not ideal, but it does look like we're going again. And I will just say, when I was finishing off my my harvest video, this thing hadn't even begun to move, well, significantly anyway, and now it's on a little run. So we've just broken free of this little support resistance channel, and there is some significance to it. And although I tried to explain in the previous video that although it's a heavily untested area, we do seem to have our go and stop zones here, whilst, and sort of like once we're above, we're gone. As you can see, over the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hours, it has kind of acted as a level of support. So I'm just going to drop it down a touch more, because as we're getting more price action, the variables are moving, but it also did act as resistance in the last hour and it held us back at 1464. So pretty decent channel, if I'm being brutally honest. If I could reach round, I'd tap myself on the back, but yeah, fingers crossed. We're now breaking above this, so this is something else that's also coming into play here, that we have a level of resistance. Well, it's not up there, is it? Come on, play ball. There. Right, so we've got a level of resistance that we've seen over the course of time now, that we have just blown through, which is great. Do expect us to wick back below, but yeah, you'll see circa 4 hours ago we wicked up and we got stopped there, and also on the way down, and again on the way up previously. So this zone at 1580, yeah, see, we've just been rejected at it again. Yeah, this zone at 1580 does seem to be a significant level of resistance. So what I might actually do is just widen this rectangle. I think the price action is warranting it. So what would be nice to see this evening, if this thing does go on a run back up from where it is now at circa 1580, if it does manage to get back up to $21, wherever it stops, it would be really good for it to turn this this zone here, just turn that blue at 1580 into the bottom. It would be nice if we kind of turn that into support, whereas at the moment it's acting as resistance. So let's break above, and on our way down let's try and hold above it. That would be great to see. So I'm just going to jump to the minute so we can see what's going on. And yeah, so we've had a pretty strong rejection, but then we've wicked. We haven't wicked down as far as 1478. So I do expect, from looking at what's been going on with this token over the last couple of days, that we are going to fly above 1580 within the next few minutes. I mean, I was looking at this one with the team, and essentially this kind of staircasing pattern here is the most ideal growth that you could expect to see from a token, and you could expect to see that over a year or 2 years. I mean, there's tokens out there that have just built this kind of pattern and momentum, and this could be a monthly chart really for any others. So it's really impressive to see a token doing this on an hourly chart, because dare I say, normally when you have a token that wants to go from $4.50 to 21, you're going to see a line which is pretty much just straight up, and then what you normally see on the back of that is it just comes straight back to where it begun. But what I mean with this, as it could have been like a yearly chart, is that we're staircasing in such a really nice way to create a foundation that we're moving higher from. Consolidation periods, and then we go again, and then we're tailing off back to the 786 for the move, and we've done that there, we've done that here. Here we've wicked slightly lower, but we also had less of a consolidation time, and the move itself wasn't to an all-time high, if you will. So if you take the total move from 11 to 21, we actually did tail back off to near enough the 786 zone at 1320. So it's behaving really well, and even if we were to move sideways from here and not move out of this this rectangular support resistance zone for a couple of days, I'd be really happy to see that, because this thing can't keep pumping and dumping for the rest of time. It will need to have a period of slowdown, and I think if we accumulate some volume and have some sideways action, it wouldn't be long for us to break this 2180 zone, and beyond that we don't have any resistance until 3225. So this is we're making higher lows. This was slightly out of character for the previous 36 hours, but again, it wasn't a concern because we didn't break below 1335, which was quite a significant price point for us. So quite a long video. We're up to 9 minutes now. I suppose I just wanted to keep it rolling to see if we were going to break above 1580 and see a little gig candle up higher, but I think I've covered everything I need to cover. This thing behaves in a really nice way. Consolidate, move up, consolidate. You know, it's behaving as a good token should. I don't see a huge amount of manipulation on this one, other than the fact that we seem to hit the $21 mark and then have a big sell-off. But if people want to invest and pull their profits, then who are we to stop them? But what is nice to see is 2 days ago we were sitting at $4.74, and we are now sitting at $15.18 pretty much. And if someone said to you 2 days ago, you know, you could forex your money, you would not complain at all, would you? So I think we need to take a little bit of pressure off of the carbon credit token, and just watch what happens. And I'd like to see us have another test this evening, which could take us up to 22, but we might not see that. What I hope not to see would be a drop down to 11, because that could be the sign that the signal's over. But yeah, that's all from me. It's been a long video. Hope you've enjoyed it, and I'll see you all soon. I look forward to your comments, your subscriptions to the channel, and please do keep liking the videos. Take care.